Hello and welcome, folks. Coming back to Nox Plays Megaman X2. So this shit right here is one of my favorite games of all time. I remember watching my cousin play this when I was maybe 4 or 5, and it fucking burned itself into my memory. And I remember trying to find this game years later, and all I could find was X1. And it took me until I was like a teenager before I found out about like emulators and stuff and got my hands on Megaman X2 and finally played it. Oh my god, this game right here, fucking, it's still my childhood. There we go. So, we're going to continue on with our Let's Play series of the, oh my god, gives me no time. We're going to continue on with our Let's Play series of Nox Plays with Megaman X2. This one has a cool little intro scene, speeder bikes. So, we put down the Maverick Revolution in X1, and I think this game takes place about 6 months later. So we're continuing to deal with these motherfuckers. And we've chased what appeared to be the remnants down to a single old-ass factory, which we are attempting to invade. And apparently we had some other people with us, but they went down like bitches. So it's just us, as usual, Megaman X to the rescue. You know, given the choice between having an entire army at my back at this point, and just Megaman X, I think it's kind of obvious that X is just more powerful. I mean, look at the number of kills he has under his belt. It'd be like, you know, do you want an army of demons, or do you want Dante from Devil May Cry? I'm gonna put Dante, thank you very much. Okay, so this level's pretty easy. It's relatively straightforward. I think this is probably the deadliest part. It's this little trash compactor where that guy somehow manages to pull 2 giant fucking metal plates together. And then we can fight the end boss for the intro stage, who I wonder if he looks anything like these half-completed robots over here. Maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe he don't. Who knows? Who knows? It is a mystery. Let's see if we can solve it, though. Maybe. Fucking with the scales. Maybe. Oh my god, look at that! Holy shit! So this guy is a giant bitch. He will hurt you maybe once. And then you just go in the corner. And there's fucking literally nothing you can do. This guy sucks. I can't even describe what he sucks. He sucks the congealed icicles for when you leave a porta potty out in sub-zero weather. He sucks frozen shit popsicles. He is the worst thing ever. And quite frankly, whatever Maverick designed him should be embarrassed. But now we get to the actual cool guys. These are our 3 antagonists for X2, and they're known as the X-Hunters. So we have Surges, who is the, kind of like the smart one. We have Voilen, who is the dumb but brute powerful one. And then we have Agile, who is the fast one. So their whole idea is wisdom, power, and speed. Speed isn't like being fast, not speed isn't like meth. Although, that would be an interesting direction if we were to play a version of Megaman X where all of the bosses are themed after some sort of drug. What would be a good one? We fight Ketamine Crane, Alcohol Armadillo, all sorts of weird stuff. Alright, so now we actually come up to the select screen for the first game. So we're going to go after Wire Sponge first, and once again, I'm going to try to defeat all of these guys without using the weaknesses, at least the first time through. During the boss rush section, I'm going to go and I'm going to use the weaknesses because, fuck it, my time's valuable. But we're going to go after Wire Sponge first because you can get all of the collectibles in his level without needing anything else. so the first collectible is right here. There's just a heart hidden inside a wall. There's an old H.P. Lovecraft story called The Rats in the Walls, and there's a great Edgar Allan Poe story called The Telltale Heart. So, little known fact, that section was actually inspired by a combination of the two. So this part, it can be a little bit hard to reach, but if you just jump on top of those little robots that pop out of the ground, you can get up here pretty easy, and it leads you over to the subway. Now, if you've watched my X1 playthrough, you'll know that the sub-tanks are just sort of extra storage for health. If you haven't, then that's what they are. They're extra storage for health. So if you get health and you're already at max health, what they do is they store it for you and you can use it when you want it. You know, like how a soul stone lets you, you know, keep one of the souls of your enemies on hand in case you need it. Because sometimes, you know, you siphon someone's soul out and you don't have any needy use for it and you're like, man, I know I want to use this somehow, but damn, if only I had a way to store it. And then you use a soul stone. That's how it works. On a side note, I used to play World of Warcraft, and I played it mostly during Wrath of the Lich King, which is still easily my favorite, because Afflictolock was crazy OP! And now I think Afflictolock is the worst one. I don't know, it's been a while. It's been a long time since I played WoW. And if I had a shit ton of time, then maybe I would. I got a couple friends that really love it. But I just don't really quite have the attention span nor the capacity to invest. As is, I should probably be writing something or practicing or performing, but I need some downtime. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe, if I can justify it, maybe I'll do a little, like, you know, Let's Play Return to Warcraft or something like that. But for now, I'm gonna just focus on what's at hand. I gotta get through the X games, and then I gotta do the Dark Souls games, and if I can, maybe Bloodborne. Alrighty. So this is Wire Sponge. He's a bitch. I was unaware that sponges hopped around so much. Ooh, shit. Damn, I called him a bitch and I got killed. That's how it goes. Talk shit, get hit. Maybe I just need to drink a little bit more instant coffee. I wonder if I should do all my Let's Plays drunk. I'm a little tipsy, Maybe after I kill him, I'll take another shot. Hey, maybe I'll get through all of X2. I actually, I'm recording this right after I finish the final episode for X1. So we'll see. So he shoots these little things, just little kind of spike obstacles. Oh, I didn't know that could actually hit me. They're mostly annoying. I mostly wish he wouldn't do this kind of shit just because it's irritating. As opposed to it posing any sort of legitimate threat. And he's spinning his little thing around. Oh, he missed me that time. I gotta stop talking shit. Keep getting hit. Oh, now he's pissed. And he does a little rain dance thing, which doesn't really make much sense for a sponge. It makes sense given his level. This is the weather control station. As you guys might have surmised by all the weather-related shit going on. He's got this little invincible thing again. Let me see, maybe if I stand here, I won't get hit. There we go. Yeah, so he's not too bad. The only really annoying thing about him is when he does that stupid little thing where he gets the lightning strike, because you can't hurt him when he does it, and it's not totally clear where the lightning's going to come from. The animation for it is pretty quick. I'm sure if you do it a good amount, you get that kind of like perfect spacing going, but it's worth it, because now we have our first weapon. Oh, shit, I'm going too quick. We get our first weapon, the strike chain. What this does is, it just sort of, it shoots a little like Spider-Man hook thing out, and if it hits a wall, it actually pulls us toward it. Alright, so I'm probably going to end up fighting these guys in order of the upgrades that I want. So I need to kill Wheelgator because you need his power to get through to the leg upgrade, which makes it a lot easier to get a lot of the other ones. So, here we go. Motherfucker. So, apparently his base is some sort of giant dinosaur-like tank, which really makes me wonder, where the fuck was this thing built? Who built a giant dinosaur tank? Is this really an effective use of resources? I mean, I'm gonna say no. Granted, it is a video game, but if I was in charge of the Mavericks' logistical and economic management, I'd be like, no, gonna deny that. Gonna deny that request, yo. It's a no from me, dog. But I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of money. Maybe like the Mavericks won the lottery or something. Maybe that's why they're angry. Because they're like, shit, I won the lottery. I don't need working for the humans. I don't need dealing with this shit. I want some fucking butlers. Oh, you can get right the fuck off. Ooh, thought it froze for a second there. So I knocked that guy off. And that gives me a point to bring up that, incidentally, my favorite way of killing things in a video game is to push them off of a ledge. Because it's really condescending. There's a level of, like, dismissiveness to it that's really hard to beat. I love it. It tickles the depths of my heart. Fuck you, bitch. It kind of looks like they're throwing spiked tambourines at me. Tambourine is the name of a minion, I think, in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Who's Tambourine? Ignore me, I'm musing somewhat idiotically here. Incidentally, if anyone has seen the Brawley movie, let me know how it is. Because I ain't seen that yet. I, like, almost never go to the movies, but if it's worth, I'll go see it. So this here can be a good way to farm for health, since these guys just keep spawning. There's also little, there's I think 3 health things over here for some reason. I don't know who the fuck hid them, but apparently someone's been hoarding that plasma. Someone's got a little bit of an addiction. Plasma addicts. And just like in X1, when we get extra health in X2, if we have a sub-tank, that's where it goes. Ah, precious coffee. Alright. Let's do this. So, we're gonna fight Wheelgator in just a sec. And you know what? We'll fight him now. I'll take a drink after. I'll celebrate. Because something special happens after we beat 2 bosses. Motherfucker, these wheels. So he is actually weak against the strike chain, the thing that we got from Wire Sponge. But I will refrain from using it against him for the sake of good sportsmanship. And because I think it'd probably be a little bit more boring for you guys. Because a lot of the boss weapons in these games tend to really trivialize the fight. I don't totally know why he becomes invincible when he does that. Oh, shit. So the bosses in X2 are a lot worse about something that drives me fucking insane in boss fights, which is where they're just invincible, or you just can't hit them, or they're just out of the way somehow. I apologize for the silence. He usually demands a lot of my attention, just because he has a lot of projectiles with kind of wonky behavior. There we go. So, I don't know if you guys noticed it, I'm not sure if I actually even touched one of them, but when he dives at the wall and he does his little drill thing, what he does is he ends up kind of cutting a hole or something into it and makes little spikes. And it doesn't kill you instantly when you touch them, but it does do damage, and it does kind of stagger you for a second. So the longer the fight goes on, and the more he does that, the less maneuverability you have. And in a game like Megaman X, which is very, very much centered on your maneuverability, being deprived of that is pretty strong. Alright, I got the spin wheel. And now we get to see something cool. I'm not sure our mavericks can hold him long enough. We may have to intervene. Alrighty, so now we get the formal introduction of the X-Hunters, who more or less say, hey yo, we got all of Zero's parts, if you can beat us, we'll give them back to you. Because apparently they're trying to draw X in to fucking kill him. Their plan is idiotic, because their whole point is that they want to try to resurrect Zero. I guess maybe they assume that they know X would want to do that too, and that they can kill him, and then bring Zero back, and then usher in the Maverick Apocalypse and all that good shit. But, you know what? We're gonna leave that for next time. Alrighty, dudes. I'll catch you in the next episode of Nox Plays X2. Peace.